Hey everyone, so I'm back again with another video. This time around I have an updated PS Vita collection video to show you guys. Basically I haven't shown you guys my Vita collection in some time now. And I've added a whole bunch of games since then. Well, not a whole bunch considering the Vita doesn't really have all that much for it. But I've added some games to my Vita collection, so let's get right to it. So first up is Ben 10 Galactic Racing. This here, as you can tell, is a racing game based on the Ben 10 characters from the Cartoon Network TV show. This, of course, is just a kind of cartoony kart racer. It's okay, it's not that great, but I have to say that if you're going to get this game, the Vita version is the one to get. Next up is Dragon's Crown. This is a pretty decent side-scrolling beat-em-up, sort of mixed with an RPG. It's a pretty decent game, and it's not that difficult either. And there's some pretty interesting sort of cross-play offer with the PS3 version, so it's a pretty decent game. And it came with a really nice art book too, but people criticized the art style of this game because the women are very, very busty. They're kind of disproportionate in body shape, but it's still a pretty good game to play and a very nice looking game as well. Made by Vanillaware and published by Atlas. You can't go wrong. Next up is a game I picked up recently, Dynasty Warriors Next. It's just a Dynasty Warriors game where you hack and slash through millions upon millions of enemies. And there's some interesting touchscreen controls and some motion controls as well, so it has an interesting mix, but nothing really new. Next is Injustice Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition. I like that it did offer some little bonuses to the standard edition of the game, but this here, the Vita port, is the absolute worst port of this game ever. In fact, I wrote a review on this on my website. Go check that out if you like. Website's linked in the description below. Next up is Little Deviants. I really didn't care for this game as much, just because the controls are kind of weird for me to work with. It uses the rear touchpad as well, and it was just a little bothersome. Next is Lumens or Lumines Electronic Symphony. I actually have not played this game yet, even though I fully intended to. It's just a standard puzzle game from what I can tell, and it seems to be some kind of Tetris clone, maybe kind of like Columns, but other than that I don't know much. Next is Mortal Kombat. In fact, I think this is just called Mortal Kombat. I played through most of this. The story doesn't really matter. What you want to do is just play it and find all the fatalities. Not find all the fatalities, but perform all the different fatalities on different characters and such, and see who dies in what way. It has some interesting characters from other series as well. Like there's Freddy Krueger in it, and also you get Kratos. So that was kind of interesting, but I never actually got around to finishing this game. I remember getting stuck at one point, and sorry if you can hear the thunder outside. It is kind of going crazy out there. Anyways, I haven't finished it yet, but I will get around to finishing it sometime soon. Next is Ninja Gaiden Sigma Plus. I played a little bit of this game, not too much, pretty much just to test it out, and it's okay, it's not too difficult, but it wasn't really all that special. Next is a game, it's actually the first game that I bought for the Vita, other than the game that was packed in with it. It's PlayStation AllStars Battle Royale. I have not completed this game fully 100% all the way through, but I have beaten like the story part several times over with a whole bunch of different characters. I'm not going to bother to buy any of the extra characters because I really don't want to put any more money into any game that I'm buying. I just want to pay for it once and have the content that I want. Next up is Silent Hill Book of Memories. Now, I played this with the PSN free download for PlayStation, with PlayStation Plus, sorry. I played through the demo part of it. It was perfectly fine, but I only really played a little bit more of it, and then I never got around to the rest of it. It was only like $15 or something at a used game store for, and that was brand new, so I went ahead and grabbed it. Next is a fighting game that I haven't put that much time into, but it's basically part of two different series that I'm very familiar with. It's Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I got this version for very cheap. It also came with a whole bunch of bonus content. It says 12 new characters and 38 alternate costumes. So it was kind of interesting that they included all that other content as well, and it's unlockable for the PS3 version as well. Next is Super Monkey Ball Banana Splits. Sorry about that. Lots of craziness happening around here now. Super Monkey Ball Banana Splits. It's been pretty interesting. I like puzzle games. I like the Monkey Ball series just because I like sort of controlling the ball around the different, I guess you can call them maps. And it's a little bit better with motion control and also in a sort of portable form factor. I like the Super Monkey Ball portable games better than, say, even the original games on the GameCube. I definitely put this near the top of my favorite Super Monkey Ball games. Next is a fighting game that I actually played many times. I actually like it. I have several other versions of this game as well, and other games in this series as well. It's Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I absolutely love this game. I usually play as Virgil, Amaterasu, and I switch between Wesker and Dante. But yeah, I love this game. I love the characters that are available. After all, they're all Capcom and Marvel characters, so you can't really go wrong with any of them. And the last standard edition game that I wanted to show you guys here is Virtue's Last Reward. Basically, I played part of this. I didn't realize really that it was one of those games where you're sort of trapped in a room and you have to figure out the puzzle to get through it. I really had no idea what kind of game this was, but I bought it anyways. And I don't care for the story much just because it's kind of strange, but the puzzles are pretty interesting and very challenging, and I found myself spending hours just trying to complete the first few puzzles. It was really bad. It made me feel stupid, but at least I had a challenge in this game. Next, I also want to show you guys the one loose game I have. It's Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified. It came with the system, so that's why I have it just the game on its own. I wouldn't have paid for that separately anyways. And then last, I want to show you guys the three limited edition or collector sets that I have. Nothing crazy, but some pretty interesting games here. So the first one I guess I'm going to show you guys is this set here. I bought this actually the day before last Christmas. It's Sorcery Saga Curse of the Great Curry God. It's hot and spicy, everything nicey limited edition, and it came with a really cute curry bowl, I suppose you can call it, along with some kind of plastic utensils and a bib. It was a strange set, but the game itself was decent enough. It's basically a dungeon crawler, but you also make curry in this game. The next game I have here is Ragnarok Odyssey, the Mercenary Edition. It's a pretty decent game. The set itself comes with an art book, some cards, and a music CD. Actually pretty good. I got this months ago. I had seen recently that they re-released this. I think it's just an upgraded version. What they have now, it's called Ragnarok Odyssey Ace. They released it for the PS Vita and the PS3. So what I think they did is they cleaned it up, maybe added a little bit to it, and ported it to the PS3, but then also ported it back to the Vita as well. And then the last game here is a game in a series that I haven't really played because the games were for very expensive systems, and some of the games were for very expensive systems like the TurboGrafx and the TurboGrafx CD. It's been available on other systems as well, even on the DS most recently. This game here is Ys Memories of Celceta Silver Anniversary Edition, and this set, I have to say, was a really nice set. I haven't played as much of the game because I just haven't gotten around to it. When I got this, I was still having my classes, I was still in school, so I didn't really have much time to play this, and since I got this, I got a whole bunch of other new games, so this kind of fell back on my playlist. And yeah, this set here comes with a compass, a map, another roll-up map, I believe, a art book, and 3 CDs of music from various Ys games. So I thought that was pretty interesting and reason enough to buy this. I got this when it was brand new, so I just paid a standard retail price on this game. Anyways, so that's it. That's my whole PS Vita collection. What games do you have in your collection? What games do you think I should go ahead and pick up? What do you think I should play next on my Vita? Just so you guys know, I also have PlayStation Plus, so I have a whole bunch of Vita games downloaded for free through that. So I've been putting a lot more focus on those games than on my actual physical copy games. But that's a story for another day. Anyways, leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Also, check out my 300 subscribers contest. It'll be linked in the description below. Facebook, website, Twitter, also linked in the description below. And that's about it. See ya.